How has Christianity impacted family and children? Did you know children used to be considered, basically not even considered at all? And what they call child abuse today was normal? That's right. It wasn't until Jesus came around that he gave value to children. Christianity brought family together and brought up the lives of children. This is so important because we have to understand, people talk about the rights of children and treating them well and paying them well, but it was Jesus Christ that brought this about. Check it out. Be sure to subscribe and press alert to get new notifications of new success secrets made available on VFNtv. So we're so excited to be here. We're talking about VFNkb, the whole mountain complex, right?
Kingdom business, VFNkb.
Yeah, and you always hear us, coming to you. We talk about the 7 mountains. We have the family mountain, the faith mountain, the education mountain, the business mountain, the media mountain, arts and entertainment, and the government mountain. We actually are impacting each of these with you, our tribe, as we're working together and empowering those that are called to be able to go. God's called us to go into the mountains and make disciples of nations. What specifically was said by Bill Bright years ago, what the Lord spoke to him is, if you really want to make a disciple of a nation, you have to go in and send disciples into those 5 spheres of culture. And you've been hearing us quite often, talking about, VFNtv. That's the media mountain. You're probably seeing that right now. VFNkb focuses on all 7 mountains, but one of the mountains you hear us on quite often, through broadcast, through online streaming. There's so many different ways to be able to get us through our application. But that's VFNtv. That's part of the Media Mountain. We have a international television program, 196 countries and 7 territories, coming to you with success secrets and all these wonderful things. But we're going to be talking about how has Christianity impacted, society. And this is so important because, it hasn't been too long ago where people were creating a wrong narrative about what truly is. So today you're going to find out the true narrative.
This is powerful.
About what's going on. And so the first mountain, we're going to go through a couple of these mountains, is the family mountain. That's one thing we really focus on with marriage encounters and helping children out. We took them to the Next Step Outback, so you can find out details about that.
For over 10 years.
For 10 years. But let me show you what Christianity is responsible for in regards to children. I mean, at one time, children didn't count until Jesus said, "Suffer not the little children to come under me." That was a brand new concept for people. As a matter of fact, let's take a look now.
In the ancient Greek and Roman world, children were property. Babies, especially little girls, were often killed immediately after birth or abandoned to die of exposure. And what we call child abuse today was considered normal back then. Then Jesus appeared, and children became people. Christians opposed all forms of child abuse, rescued babies who had been left out to die, often adopting them into their own families. They taught the world to value and care for the youngest members of society.
Isn't that powerful? You're looking at what Christianity has done for children. Children were considered property. What we call abuse it was
the norm of the day until Jesus arrived.
So when you start pushing God out of the square and you start pushing Jesus away, it's what happened in America for a season. What happens? They start aborting the children. Children have no value anymore. Over 50+ million children have been killed in the womb since Roe versus Wade passed in the courts, really against the will of most of American people. So when you bring God back, and that's why you see some people want to push God away, because if you bring him back, that means you got to actually start loving your children and honoring them, and actually giving them life. This is so powerful. We want to hear from you, hear about, what you have to say about that, but notice how it's impacting society in regards to how do we see children. Be sure to subscribe and press alert to get new notifications of new success secrets made available on VFNtv. A lot of people want to abide with the Lord, but they just don't have a plan to do it. You can request that plan today at iabide.org. I'm your host, Greg Lancaster, and we're so glad that you've joined us. Don't forget you can join us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Download our app and sign up for our newsletter, The Torch, at VFNtv.com. I've enjoyed our time together. God bless.